Hey guys, before we start today's video, I wanted to give everybody a quick little heads up about multiplayer in general with the Splatoon. This is me coming from the future, and I mean, like, when I recorded this segment of the Let's Play, this happened literally a month after I recorded this video. So these videos that you're going to watch are kind of dated at the moment. There has been a big thing that happened in the world of Splatoon multiplayer, as well as Mario Kart 8's world on the Wii U, the online world in general. Since I've recorded these videos, something happened to the maintenance to the server, and if you go into the lobby and you try to connect to it, it's going to come up with an error message saying that the server is undergoing maintenance. So, what exactly happened is there was a compromise with, I think if I remember correctly, there was a security issue compromise that happened on the Splatoon servers as well as the Mario Kart 8 servers on the Wii U. And Nintendo has decided to completely put it under maintenance until indefinitely, until further notice. So, as of right now in this video, when it goes up, I don't know when it's going to come back up. I'm hoping that this video, it's still relevant then, otherwise I'm going to have to re-edit this video. But by the time that this video goes up, the server can no longer be played at the moment. I don't know when it will come back up or if it will ever come back up, because this game came out in 2016 or 2015. And Nintendo probably doesn't want to worry about this game anymore. So, don't be surprised if this is the untimely end of the multiplayer on Splatoon. So, just for reference sake, any videos I show after this video, you cannot play multiplayer on Splatoon anymore, unfortunately. So, I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up because, well, this kind of happened, and I'm really lucky I recorded those videos when I did, to actually show up the modes. Otherwise, I would have been kind of in deep doo-doo. Now, I do believe that there is a workaround to this. If you go and mod your Wii U, you can probably access fan-ran servers of Splatoon. So, there is a way to play it if you go and do it by other methods of accessing it. So, I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up that this was happening. So, please enjoy the video, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon. In the last episode, we kind of did a grand tour of Inkopolis, kind of went over the basics of all the facilities here in Inkopolis and what they kind of mean for multiplayer, and how multiplayer really kind of works with your character and everything, and kind of just got the basics of everything else and everything. But in today's episode, we're actually going to start playing multiplayer. I know, it's like all this build-up, we're actually going to start playing the main gimmick of the main draw of this game, and that's the multiplayer. So in order to get into the multiplayer lobby, you have to come over to the lobby here, the main center building in here. Once you come inside, you're going to be greeted with a menu. You can do regular battles with friends, private battles if you want to just do private battles with your friends online, ranked battles, and squad battles. I'll be going over what every one of these modes are kind of in detail, but we're going to be doing regular Turf War, which is a game mode that is the basic regular battle takes place. But I'm not going to be doing this by myself today. I've got a friend with me today.
Hey there guys, I'm Sonic Ghost. I'm ready to go into some splat action.
Yeah. So I figured I'd ask Sonic Ghost here to help me kind of show off the modes here, because he's my squid buddy, to put it lightly. We play Splatoon all the time together, and I kind of figured it would be easier to have him kind of explain some things that I might miss in multiplayer. So today we're going to be going over the basics of Turf War, which if we come over here, we can kind of get the rules here. Push X, you can look at it here. In Turf War, teams have 3 minutes to cover the ground with ink. When the time runs out, whichever team has inked the most turf will win. So do your best to help claim the most turf for your team. You also earn battle points based on how much turf you ink. And if your team wins, a bonus will be added to your score. Battle points increase your level, and you earn cash at the end of the match. Splatting the ground with ink will also fill out your special gauge. When your gauge is full, press the right stick to unleash your special weapon. And a special weapon at the right time to be the key to victory. Okay, cool. Now let's take your skills to the next level by talking about the gamepad. Whenever you're in battle, check the gamepad to see the turf map. Use this map to make sure the enemies aren't stealing turf behind your back. You can also tap your teammate's icon to super jump to that player's position. Be careful not to super jump right into the enemy ambush though. So make sure you check the turf map before launching into the super jump. If you want to be the winner, you got to learn to use the gamepad like a champ. I'll just show you how cumbersome that is later. Anyways, I'm going to join off of Lester's game, so I'm going to go on to join with friends, so we're just going to jump into his game real quick. And it might take a little bit because, well, there's not many people playing Splatoon in 2023. I know I made that joke quite often. But, yeah. So, as you can see, Turf War is kind of the easy, casual mode of the game. It's just, you have to ink the ground. That's all you have to do. That's the main gimmick of it, and that's pretty much all it is over there. You just kind of have to prevent the other team from inking their game, the turf around you, too. So...
Yeah, whoever has the most turf inked at the end will win. And it depends on like what you ink up for what counts as turf. You want to mainly shoot the floor because walls will not count towards your points.
Yeah, that is actually one little quick thing is, yeah, do not ink the walls. They don't count for points. And also, a big thing is, remember to, whenever you're playing these games, is to ink the turf behind your base every now and then. Because those are extra points that a lot of people just don't really think about. But this is Blackbelly's skate park, one of my favorite maps in Splatoon. I like how small it is and everything else. And I really like this map a lot. This is kind of like a fan favorite level.
Yeah, this was brought back for Splatoon 2 as well, so it was played on quite a lot over the years.
Yeah. So, as you can see, Lester is jumping over to me right now. He's using the super jump to jump over to me. You can use your gamepad to kind of use this special here, and I just got killed right in the middle of it.
I immediately avenged the guy that got you, so you're good.
Yeah, so you have to kind of just shoot the ground, and every time you shoot the ground, your point total will go up. And if you get, like, above 400 points in the match, you get a bonus, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it's 400 or not.
Well, the winning team will get a bonus at the end, which will help on your overall experience as well.
Yeah.
Or at least like it does on earlier levels.
Yeah. One thing is that I forget to mention is you have commands to kind of help your team move in some ways. You can push up on the D-pad to say, come on, which is kind of used in team matches to kind of... It indicates like, hey, come over here. And booyah is to kind of just, you know, is a way to say GG in a way. That's pretty much that in a nutshell.
The terms are technically different depending on the regions you're playing. So the ones you see here are for the North American release and maybe different on your version depending on the territory you live in.
Yeah. If you are kind of falling behind in the ink, if more ink is getting covered, you will be going into a state called danger, which is our team is kind of getting to at this point. It's kind of getting to danger. If you're in danger, you really need to start amping up your game and kind of pushing, because the most important part of a turf war match is the last 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, that's when really things can go back and forth, and everything up to that still kind of helps, but the last 30 seconds is usually what determines a lot of turf war games.
Yeah, last 30 seconds is like probably the most important part of the game. So you kind of want to push, and if you guys look at my footage, I'm not very good at this game, but I like having fun with it. So please forgive me.
If you're seeing my footage, I'm good enough, I would say. I'm not gonna tell my own horn to say I'm like one of the pro players, but I played a lot of Splatoon. I put hundreds of hours into the series, like over 150 at least on the Wii U version, when it was making around. It's like back in 2015 to 17.
Yeah.
So I've played a lot of the game. I know at least a decent amount about it, but that could be better, technically. They can say it about a lot of stuff.
In the last couple seconds of the game, whenever it's doing the countdown, if you have a special and you launch it, like a ink missile or something like that, and we barely lost that with like 8%.
Yeah, we were actually in danger near the very end, but we started to sway it back, so we almost took it.
Yeah, what is the difference? Is it like more than 10% is danger?
Yeah, 10% or higher for your lead difference. That's danger.
Yeah, we're gonna play another game. But yeah, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. If you have a special, like an ink missile or something like that, and you shoot it off during the countdown, like the last couple seconds, after the horn is rang, the missile will still activate and ink the turf that it is, and that does count. So you can get a last ditch effort of like throwing a bomb or something like that, or playing your special. So it is very viable to do that.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like a little bit, it's more than what you had. So
yeah, bombs are really good to throw at the very last second. Using your specials like an Ink Strike or the Ink Bazooka to fire out some shots is another great method too. Because the game will take a little bit longer to finish up those attacks, which will cover the ground in ink. You can't kill anyone during the last moment when it's this game, then that's when killing stops, but the ink will still count.
Now, while we're waiting for players here, I kind of want to go over the UI here a little bit. If you see in the middle of the screen a little rectangle that has eyeballs in it, it says chill. That is your freshness level. And if you win battles consecutively, that meter will go up, and if it gets high enough, you can quit out the game and then go talk to Judd, and Judd will give you a prize if you have a high freshness level. So it is beneficial to do so. I don't know what all the rewards are for that, but yeah, if you get a freshness level high enough, Judd will reward you for that.
Yeah, because every little name of it is technically a different reward when you're talking to Judd. You want to make sure you're doing this every time you're playing Splatoon, because it's always a different increment in money. So it's very easy to just get a lot of gold if you're talking to him constantly. Always remember to do that before you quit your game.
Yeah. Always remember to make that like the last thing you do in the game before you turn it off. So, one thing and two is whenever you complete a match, you will earn experience points, which will be used for your levels. And the higher your level is, the more weapons you unlock at Sheldon's store. So it's very beneficial to rank up a little bit.
Yep.
And you get gold, which is used to buy gear at the shops, which I mentioned in the last episode. So it's very beneficial. It's an easy game. Turf Wars last only 3 minutes to do anyway, so it's really easy money to come by. I mean, you get more money by playing ranked, and they're a little bit significantly shorter sometimes. But
yeah, it would depend on your game. Because Turf War will always be that solid 3 minutes.
Yeah, but Turf War is nothing more than just fun, easy mode for people to get comfortable with the controls of how the game plays.
Nice if we could see the other map, technically. I like the skate park, but there is another map in this rotation.
Yeah. So, one thing in particular is, you notice that the weapon I have is an arrow spray. Arrow sprays are just, kind of like a advanced splatter shot in a way. It covers more ink on the ground, so it's practically only really used for turf war. It's not very good
if you want a weapon that's basically the accuracy of a stormtrooper from Star Wars, then air spray is your choice.
Yeah,
but it's great for coverage.
Inaccurate. It's great for coverage for the turf, but it is not very good at killing people, and that's one thing I need to specify with this is even though like you can kill people. I say kill, it's splat people, but you can kill people in this game. It is probably not the best way, like the main focus of Turf War. It is very different in the other modes of the game. But yeah, it's like, don't worry about not killing people in Turf War, if you're not, but just keep in mind that every time that you do die, the enemy ink will be splattered where you died, so that's more turf that they just covered. So
yeah, it's also a thing you will lose some of your special gauge meter too, so it'll take longer for you to get to your special.
Yeah, like I just died right there and I lost half my special right there. So just keep in mind that even though killing is not the main gimmick of this game, it is, even though it sounded like it's not like very important in this game, it is kind of important. Just keep in mind, just to be on your toes. And we're in danger right now, and that's not a very good thing.
Yeah, they've essentially covered a good chunk of the area that's not our base at this point. They got a Splash Up Pro up on a ledge, which is also, I think, sniper.
Well, it doesn't help that I'm gonna just go gung-ho in the middle there. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Go to the side over here.
Dude, man, when you go back to play Splatoon 1 after you played Splatoon 2 and 3, you really miss a lot of, like, the luxuries of those games. Like, having to look down at the map all the time is a big thing. Essentially, if you like Whiplash, do I have the system for you? It's more convenient in sequels to just press a button to see the map instead of having to look down all the time at the gamepad. It can easily get you killed if you're not paying attention.
Use a super jump here.
Another thing that later games do that this one hasn't implemented is that in later games you can look up at the squid icons and it'll tell you the weapons of the other players too. But in this game, the squid icons show nothing. So the only thing they're useful for is to see if a team is actually leading or not, because the bigger the squid are, then that's... Yeah, I almost jumped right into that. The bigger the squids just shows the bigger the lead for that said team. And they just put us right in danger the last 10-second mark. Might as well just throw a bomb out, because why not?
God. That was embarrassing. But yeah, that's pretty much the gimmick of it. Like, there's not a lot of thought process to Turf War. You just aiming the ground, trying to help out your team out, and try to make sure that the enemies stay at bay. You can get games where if somebody disconnects in the middle of it, it's kind of a one-sided victory.
There's nothing the game really does to compensate when someone disconnects. So when that happens, you're just kind of at the mercy of whatever else is going to happen now. Whether it be if you're the handicapped team or it's the opposing team.
Yeah.
Later games, they fix that, but in Splatoon 1 specifically, no matter what the mode you're playing, you are still playing it out like it's a full set of 8 people. So you will still earn or lose as many points as the game says when you win or lose.
And then you start playing like this user here name is like dog poo.
Exactly. Then the game feels like dog poo. Now, can we get I want 'em all, please? Come on, that's a good stage.
Yeah, hey, there it is. There we go.
And speaking of Splatoon 2, we got the Splatoon 2 colors. Green and pink.
Yeah.
Man, they're just telling us to play a different game.
I think that's my hint. That it was like, what are you doing playing Splatoon? Yeah, 1. What are you doing in that? Like, dude, I didn't play the other one on my channel yet. I didn't want to start when it started. But yeah, this map was, is it in all 3 games?
No, this is not in 3, or at least at the time of us recording this. It was in Splatoon 2, but not 3.
I forgot there's water there. Oops.
Yeah, you gotta be watchful of the water, because just like in the single-player mode, you will drown if you just jump straight into it and instantly die. We can't swim.
I don't understand. Squids can't swim, It doesn't make any sense to me, but what it is, what it is.
I'm honestly surprised, though, every time we've gotten games that were on the same team, though. Because when you're playing with friends by selecting that option in Turf War, it's random what team you'll be on. So you can easily be on the same team one game and then the next be on opposing teams. But we got lucky playing the same team all 3 times so far.
Sometimes on the ink strike, it's best if you can't see anybody, best to do it in the center of the map, because this is where the most battleground is going to happen, is in the center of the map. So I give advice like I'm a seasoned pro, but I'm also not very good at this game.
Oh, they're just dropping one as well now as soon as you say that, too.
Ink strike.
We're in our base. One thing I really miss, though, again, going to later games, is that there's an ability you can get on your gear, and it's called Ink Resist Up. Ink Resist is such a huge thing, but in Splatoon 1, it's exclusive to certain pieces of footwear, because it's one of the main abilities. It's not a sub-ability. And I always run gear with that ability. In this one, I'm running gear that has Bomb Sniffer, which is only from Splatoon 1. They never brought this back. So to not have any ink resist up and getting stuck in ink, oh man, it's pain. It's just pure pain.
Like I said, the weapon I have, Aerospray, is absolute garbage when it's actually attacking people because it's very inaccurate. And not only that, it takes like 3 hits to kill someone. It's just like not a very good weapon, but it's good for turf war. That's all it's really used for, is just covering turf. And I just got killed. How the heck did I get killed by this? That Splattershot Pro is a lot better weapon than I remembered it being.
Yeah, it's strong. Especially with a lot of damage up, it can basically two-shot you.
Yeah. Gosh, there's pink all over in our base.
Yeah, they kind of like pushed their way into our base area and then they don't want to leave.
Go ahead and just put the ink strike there.
Okay, we just pushed them out. Maybe those last 10 seconds we can sway it.
Come on. Ah!
Yeah, I immediately also got hit by the pro.
Yeah, that's
There's 2 different pros. That was the problem we had, too.
Golly, man.
They had 2 Splash Shot pros and a heavy splat link, so they just pretty much had range for the whole match.
Yeah, that was bad. Then again, I think the only people playing these games are people that...
Oh, we were talking about it earlier. We did play like dog poo. We had the DC.
We had a DC in the game. No wonder we were
why.
playing like dog poo.
Yep. So we just suffered that we were down a player, but the game played it out anyways. You don't get a bot. You just have to deal with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough, even though these were kind of really bad matches, but that's okay.
Hey, we're 0 for 3. Couldn't get any worse than this, right?
Yeah!
I mean, we may get a game with only 2 teammates next time. That's the problem when you're playing on a Wii U. The internet on Wii U wasn't great to begin with. Paired with a game that no one's playing anymore, it could be a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we didn't get any hackers.
Yeah.
They're very common anymore.
Yeah, with these old lobbies, man, people don't care. They're just like, well, I'm just gonna hack. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis of Turf War. It's a very simple mode, very easy mode to jump in and just do some stuff. In the next episode of Let's Play Splatoon, we're going to be looking at the other set of modes in this game. With the ranked modes, we're going to be looking at, I believe, Rainmaker. I think Rainmaker is the one in the rotation right now.
That's the one that's currently up, as you can see by the mode up there.
Yeah. Thing is, with ranked mode, I should kind of go over before we end the video, is ranked mode, it changes out the game type every several hours. As you can probably tell when you boot up the game, when you have the Squid Sister newscast, they will kind of go over what mode's playing in the ranked mode here. It swaps between 3 modes. It swaps between Rainmaker, Tower Control, and Splat Zone. Right now it's Rainmaker. In a couple hours it'll be another mode. So
yeah,
just
and another thing to know also is that by default you only have regular battles available. You do not unlock the ranked battle until you level up enough in the game. I believe it's up to level 10.
Yeah, I think you level 10. You have to eat before you can even get into ranked mode. I think it is level 10.
Yeah, so you would have to play a decent amount of this game in order just to get in the ranked mode, as it is a more competitive multiplayer mode in the game. Yeah. They want to make sure you're ready before you jump straight in.
Yeah, because this one's a lot more aggressive than the other ones. But with that, in the next episode, we are going to be taking a look at Rainmaker. So, with that, we'll see you guys later.